Good evening, I'm Kurt Gutgsell. Girls basketball tonight. Southridge on the road at Pike Central. Tell City at Northeast DuBois. Forest Park at Heritage Hills. Jasper and Vincennes Lincoln is postponed for tonight. Trace Jackson Davis delivered a triple-double as the Indiana Hoosiers beat Nebraska 81-65 at the Simon Scott Assembly Hall. Davis had 12 points, 11 rebounds, and 10 assists. He becomes the third Hoosier in history with a triple-double, joining Steve Downing and Jawan Morgan. Trey Galloway added a career-high 20. He had 4 threes. Tamar Bates, 19 with 5 threes. Miller Kopp, 13. The Hoosiers will play Arizona and Las Vegas on Saturday night. Elsewhere, Zach Edey, another huge game, 23 points, 18 boards. Purdue destroys Hofstra 85-66 at Mackey Arena. Edey has now scored 20 or more points in 8 straight games. Braden Smith had 13. Caleb First had 12. Trey Kaufman-Wren had a career-high 12 as well. Fletcher Lawyer scored in double figures with 10. The Boilermakers at Nebraska on Saturday. Elsewhere in college basketball, Evansville picks up a win. They go on a 16-4 run late, and they beat Campbell 72-66 at Ford Center. Marvin Coleman and Yassine Toomey had 18 apiece. The Aces at Ball State on Saturday. USI got a big game from forward Trevor Lakes. He had 29. The Eagles big over Anderson 78-47. The Eagles 4-5. Jelani Simmons pumped in 23. They host Indiana State on Sunday. Speaking of the Trees, they got another Missouri Valley Conference win, 74-71 over in Carbondale against SIU. The Sycamores are 9-1 and 2-0 in the MVC. They got a big game from Cameron Henry, nearly a triple-double. He had 15 points, 12 rebounds, and 8 assists. Courvoisier McCauley led the Sycamores with 16 points. The Sycamores again at USI on Sunday. Mickey Pearson had a career-high 20. Ball State and Michael Lewis get a 76-59 win at Eastern Illinois. Again, in Muncie on Saturday, Evansville comes calling. Notre Dame wins last night, beats Boston University 81-75. Cormac Ryan, 21 for the Fighting Irish. The Pacers finally concluded that 7-game West Coast trip last night in Minneapolis. Unfortunately, the Timberwolves get a 121-115 win. Therese Halliburton and Buddy Hield, 26 each for Indiana in the game. Halliburton also had 15 assists. Pacers at 13-12 will play host to the Wizards tomorrow night. Notre Dame tight end Michael Mayer declaring for the NFL draft. He will skip the Irish's Gator Bowl game against South Carolina. Mayer considered as a consensus top tight end in next year's draft. In addition to Mayer, IU cornerback Tywan Mullen also declared for the draft. Thursday night NFL football tonight. The Raiders will go to Los Angeles to take on the Rams. In baseball, the Cardinals get their catcher they've been after. They signed former Cub Wilson Contreras as a free agent, 5 years, worth $87.5 million. 30-year-old is a 3-time National League All-Star. Hit .243 with 22 home runs and 55 knocked in for the Cubs last season. Contreras will replace Cardinal legend Yadier Molina, who retired after 19 seasons with the team. Meanwhile, the Cubs reportedly agreed to a 4-year contract worth $68 million with free agent starting pitcher Jameson Taillon. Stay tuned. We'll have more right after this.